Okay, so today is a rather hectic day. It's Wednesday, October 26th. We're getting pretty close to Halloween. Always an exciting time. I love the Halloween season. Lots and lots and lots of horror movies abound. It's a great part of the year. Then after that, you've got Christmas, so very thumbs up. Today we got to talk about something very interesting that came up today. So you know the company Xiaomi, they're a Chinese smartphone manufacturer. They produce a lot of stuff, a lot of amazing stuff for very affordable prices. And today they just went crazy, man. They released something called the Xiaomi Mi Mix. Okay, weird name, I know, they're Chinese, that's fine. But the thing is, this thing is insane. I'm starting to think Xiaomi might be a name everyone starts to think about.
Xiaomi Mix.
Because it's just crazy tech they've got. Alright, so we'll continue that conversation, but right now I gotta head out and start the day. So I'm having a meeting with this guy right here. Sabay. Microphone. Meeting with Anton is done. Heading to the grocery now because I need to find some fresh basil. Look at that. Literally crushing those sugar canes. Die, sugar cane, die. And it gets turned into that. That's just pure sugar juice. That's the good stuff, man. You use a sugar cane instead of sugar, so it's much more smoother.
Hello.
So I'm literally here to get just one thing. What are you? Are you basil? No, you're not basil. What? Let's say gay leaves? So it's like almost 1 a.m. Still haven't finished my vlog, but let's talk about the Mi Mix for a little bit, okay? So first of all, this is what it looks like. You see that? Do you see that? Do you see how insane that looks? Not only does it look good, look at that screen to body ratio. 91.3% of the entire front is screen. Okay, it's basically a flagship phone. It's a concept phone of your wildest dreams. Yeah, so this is basically what we were expecting the S8 to look like, but Xiaomi just basically said, fuck it, we'll do it now. What specs can you expect? Now this thing, okay, that's 6.4-inch screen, a Snapdragon 821, either 4 gigs or 6 gigs of RAM. The storage options are either 128 gigs or 256 gigs. So Xiaomi is not messing around with this phone. Another thing that's interesting about it is the body is made of ceramic. So not the usual either polycarbonate or whatever material metal, it's ceramic. So it has a very premium feel to it. I also imagine it's going to be a very slippery feel to it, but that doesn't really matter if you're buying a phone like this. It comes in 2 color options. One is black, so it's this nice glossy black, very classy finish, what you saw in the image earlier. And the 6 gig RAM, 256 gigabyte combination also comes with an 18 karat gold finish on the body. So that is mind-blowing. That is some next level stuff coming from Xiaomi. And this isn't even like their only flagship phone they released. They also released the Xiaomi Mi Note 2, the Mi Phablet, so many different things. This was just the icing on the cake. The kicker is you can't really buy this phone except in China. Nowhere else has this phone yet, just China. They start pre-orders now and it starts going on sale on November the 9th. We don't know yet if it's going to be released internationally. Hopefully it will. This looks like an insane phone. So imagine all those top shelf specs, the 821 Snapdragon, 6.4-inch display, 91% body coverage, 4 gigs of RAM. All that can be yours for an equivalent of 519 US. This is converted from yuan, but $519, and the bigger one goes for $599. 6 gigs and 256 gigabytes of storage. Now, if that ain't a kick in the shin for Samsung, I don't know what is. I neglected to mention the camera. No big claims there, but it's a 16 megapixel shooter with an f2 aperture, so expect it to be a decent performer at the very least. Interesting device for sure, and definitely the sort of device we've been waiting to see come out for years and years and years and years. Every single iteration of the iPhone since the iPhone 4S has always had someone leak that the whole front was going to be glass or going to be all screen, and it looks like that might be coming to reality. But that also poses an interesting question. From here, where do we go? I mean, once the entire front of the screen has been turned display, or once the entire front of the phone has been turned into display, where do you go from there? An interesting idea would be like the phones you had in the reboot of Total Recall.
He made you look like a fool.
Where the phone was embedded in their hands. But yeah, where do you go from there? I mean, what kind of insane spec do you have up your sleeve for next year's model? But the reality is, Xiaomi created the concept phone of everyone's dreams and basically said, you know what guys, here, have a taste. You can buy it, you can actually purchase it, and that's the most impressive thing about this whole endeavor. But I think that's it. It's a very interesting idea to produce a concept phone and just basically put it out there to market, see how well it works, and hopefully it does well, because I'd like to see a phone with that sort of interesting look. As it stands, it looks like the S8 has been shown up. We'll have to see how Samsung reacts to this by the time we get to MWC in January to see whether Samsung is really going to go for a bezel-less look for the S8. I mean, we can only hope good things, because Samsung has always been kind of pushing the boundaries when it comes to what premium Android phones can look like. But if they're not going to step up, apparently Xiaomi and Li Echo and all these other smaller Chinese manufacturers are happy to take their place. So we'll have to see how that works out. But that is all the time we have for today's vlog. Thank you again very much for tuning in. I'd like to know, what do you think about this Xiaomi Mi Mix business? Let me know in the comment section down there. Also, go ahead and follow me on Facebook if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe. So again, thank you very much for tuning in. That's the end of today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Always remember, stay awesome, and see you then.